Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a look tonight at Bmnr. This stock today is up by 3.9%. It is yet another gain here for BitMine Immersion. This is really impressive considering the gains of nearly 19% that we've seen over the past 5 days. And now over the past month, I think it's almost certain that the trend change is confirmed. We are actually finding new highs for the past 30-day period. Very impressive here on this stock. I think things are really coming into their elements here. I think things really are beginning to take off, and this in itself is very, very impressive. Over this short video, I'll give you all of my personal thoughts and opinions. I'll give you the key levels that I am looking at and what I think could potentially come next. If it sounds like a good episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. At the same time, I'd like to remind you that I am not a financial advisor, and this video is not financial advice. I'd also like to say that I now have a Patreon page. If you want to learn about some of the most recent stocks that I'm paying attention to, some behind the scenes content, and some more deep dives on particular stocks, that is all found in the first link in the comment section and the description. Now, let's join in. So, what can you see when you have a look here at BitMine Immersion, especially over the past couple of days? Well, the rally is just growing. It's growing and growing and growing. Now ultimately, despite being a green day here, the majority of the day has brought us down. This is because we had a major gap up at open, with a bit of green coming into the early part of the day, and then the late part was beginning to fade. Now I don't think this is a bad thing at all. I think this is actually quite healthy for this stock. I think people tend to panic whenever a stock like this goes up, or goes down I should say, because they're so used to seeing the trend being up over such a prolonged period. I think these small drops, again perhaps you could call it from the highs today at 63 way back down to where we are now, I don't think that's bad. I think it's actually relatively good. And the reason why I think that, guys, if I'm being honest, is because it gives the stock time to cool off. Everybody wants to see this stock go up. Everybody wants to see that. But we want to see this happen in a sustainable way, which is going to be beneficial to the momentum, right? And ultimately what we're seeing here is this momentum building. We're now having a relatively healthy downtrend, right? A relatively healthy sell-off you could call it. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all. It gives key indicators like the RSI a little bit of time to stay just below the overbought range, which is absolutely where it is right now. And then you ask the questions as to where we go next. Now, despite that downwards action, as I say, I think today has still been impressive. We're still seeing the stock hold above key levels such as 58.80, where we have found our support range twice here today. It's really going to be about seeing if this is able to hold into tomorrow and the rest of the next week actually. If these levels can hold into next week, then you could have found the next level of potential support for the potential push up higher. And I do think that is more possible than many people realize. If we don't see these levels hold up, then what could we be looking for to the downside? Well, obvious levels could be that you go to retest the previous high that we have seen, that is at 59.82. If you don't see that, we could be coming back down to more reasonable levels, which could be around 56.98. I think though, the likelihood of that, if I had to personally say, in my opinion, I would be more inclined to suggest that there is a possibility of this stock in the short term having that potential to rise. Now, of course, nobody can say for sure, but if I was to give my opinion, I think there is still that potential. I think we're now coming very, very close to interesting levels. So inevitably, we are going to be seeing a little bit of resistance as the stock climbs. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you look up to where we are now, you could go maybe a bit lower. We're going to call it from $60 all the way up to 66, 67. This is a range. This is a range of historical resistance, right? A range of historical resistance and historical support. Now, this is where things are going to get very, very interesting. Because again, we're coming very close actually to retesting highs that we saw around $70. Now that might sound a long way off, but look at it. In context, no, it really is not that far away. So if into the next few days we can see this stock rise slightly, you could be looking to retest and sit on that next support above $60, which in and of itself would be a very impressive mark to see this stock do. Now I don't think that's impossible, and I think that might be actually quite likely, in my opinion. I think we're now coming up to a very, very interesting scenario. It's going to be about seeing if these levels of support can hold, most notably at $59. If we can't see that, then you could be looking for a push lower. If we do see that, then you could be looking to retest highs of today. That could take us up to $63, $64. If you see that, then you could be asking the question, do we have that potential then to push up to $64.60? And do we have that potential to form the new support around $60, $61? I think that is becoming more and more likely, which very much could set the stage for the ultimate and bigger run, which could potentially retest $70. Sounds a bit far off, guys, but that's just my opinion. I think it is, or the potential of it is closer than many may realize. That's just my view on it though. I'll of course leave you guys to make up your own opinions. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope I will see you again soon. If you guys are ready to get serious about trading for less than the price of a coffee every day, I've got to tell you about the new Patreon page that I have just launched. That's right guys, I have a new Patreon. I'm going to be sharing everything on here, from my personal stocks that I am watching to pre-market updates, as well as a Discord group which I have started. It's going to allow you to access similar-minded, like-minded people who are also interested in sharing their knowledge about the markets. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff over here guys. There's going to be a lot of exclusive content coming in the next couple of weeks, but do bear in mind, for most of the tiers, spots are limited. The Market Scout, where you'll gain access to the Discord, prices will change after 150 members. At the moment guys, I'm limited for time, so the Trader's Edge course and above, we're limiting the courses even lower, right? There's a limited amount of people who can join. At the same time, depending on the level of mentorship that you want, we have prices going all the way up from $14.50 to the highest tiers over here that you can see. Again, if you're looking to take your journey to that next level, on these middle tiers, this is personally the one that I would recommend, even though it's not the most expensive. It costs less than a coffee every single day, and the amount of information that you'll get here, in my personal opinion, is absolutely worth the value. At the very least, guys, you can become a member for free. The link is down in the description, the comment section, and the bio. Just give it a look and see what you think. And of course, feel free to sign up if you're looking to take your journey even further. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the video.